The brothers who must be separated. Jacob had 12 sons who became the heads of the 12 tribes of Israel. They were Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Joseph, and Benjamin. The story of Jacob's sons is a complex one, full of conflicts, rivalries, and challenges. We are going to look at a duo of brothers who are not talked about so much, but they were unique, Simeon and Levi. Jacob speaks to Simeon and Levi. He begins by stating the obvious. Simeon and Levi are brothers. What is Jacob getting at? Simeon and Levi are indeed brothers, alike in every way. They have the same nature and temperament, and because of this, they readily pair off. But they are too alike for comfort. It's a hot day and you fancy some lime juice. You pour lime cordial into a glass, add cool water and slake your thirst. But suppose you pour yourself a double measure of cordial. What then? A double dose turns this refreshing drink into an acrid experience. And so it is with Simeon and Levi. They are so alike that they act as one, and this double concentration leaves a bitter taste. Simeon and Levi were 2 of the 12 sons of Jacob, known for their impetuous and violent personalities. They were the second and third sons of Leah, Jacob's first wife, and were born in quick succession after Reuben, the eldest. From an early age, Simeon and Levi were known for their hot tempers and short fuses, and they often got into fights with their siblings. As they grew older, Simeon and Levi became even more volatile and unpredictable. They were quick to anger and slow to forgive, and they had a reputation for being ruthless and cruel. Despite this, they were also fiercely loyal to each other and to their family, and they would go to great lengths to protect those they loved. One of the most infamous examples of Simeon and Levi's violent tendencies came when their sister Dinah was abducted and raped by Shechem, the prince of a neighboring city. Simeon and Levi were outraged by this act of violence against their family, and they hatched a plan to avenge their sister's honor. They pretended to make peace with Shechem and his people, but when they were vulnerable, Simeon and Levi attacked and killed them all, including Shechem himself. Jacob was horrified by his sons' actions, and he rebuked them for their violence. He feared that their reputation for brutality would make their family a target for revenge, and he worried that their actions would bring shame and disgrace upon them all. The episode shines a light on these brothers. They were, of course, rightly incensed by Shechem's treatment of their sister, but as they talked together, this righteous anger twisted into something cruel, vindictive, and monstrous. It was not long before their thoughts turned to murder and making a pretense of solidarity. They pursued a brutal vendetta against the unsuspecting Shechemites. Hence Jacob's words, "Let my soul come not into their counsel, O my glory be not joined to their company. For in their anger they killed men, and in their willfulness they hamstrung oxen." Perhaps this last phrase captures their spirit. Simeon and Levi didn't know when to stop. Not only did they destroy a community, but in their willfulness, they destroyed all they could not carry away. Despite their father's disapproval, Simeon and Levi remained unrepentant. They believed that they had acted in accordance with their own sense of justice, and they saw nothing wrong with taking matters into their own hands. They saw themselves as protectors of their family's honor, and they were willing to do whatever it took to defend it. Over time, Simeon and Levi's reputation for violence continued to grow, and they became known as the most unpredictable and dangerous of all Jacob's sons. They were feared and respected by many, but they were also seen as reckless and unstable. Some of their brothers resented their tendency to act without thinking, and they worried that Simeon and Levi's actions would bring harm to the entire family. Despite their flaws, Simeon and Levi also had redeeming qualities. They were both strong and capable warriors, and they were fiercely loyal to their family. They were also deeply religious, and they took their faith seriously. They saw themselves as God's chosen people, and they believed that they had a special role to play in the world. In the end, Simeon and Levi's personalities were a reflection of their upbringing and their environment. They had grown up in a world where violence and conflict were a way of life, and they had learned to survive by being tough and uncompromising. They had also been shaped by their family's dysfunction, with their father's favoritism and their mother's jealousy creating a toxic atmosphere of rivalry and competition. That's why to Jacob it was a good idea for these two brothers to be separated. Jacob continues as he was blessing the two brothers, "Cursed be their anger, for it is fierce, and their wrath for it is cruel." These brothers lead each other on. Their strong sense of justice morphs into something wicked and uncontrollable, which does not rest until it has laid to waste the object of its fury. So what will happen to Simeon and Levi and to their descendants? Jacob continues, "I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel." In other words, Simeon and Levi are not safe to live together. They must be separated and diluted, otherwise they will team up to the ruin and sorrow of all. So what happened to the tribe of Simeon? It was dispersed among the tribe of Judah. What happened to the tribe of Levi? Levi became the priestly tribe and was therefore scattered throughout all the tribes of Israel. Despite these challenges, Simeon and Levi had their own unique strengths and weaknesses. They were flawed and imperfect, but they were also capable of great courage and loyalty. Their story is a reminder that even the most complex and difficult personalities can have redeeming qualities, and that it is possible to find goodness even in the midst of darkness and turmoil.